Hello everyone, Tracy here with Magnolia Travel Group. Today I'm here with my friend Amy Mayhue and we're going to talk about cruises. Amy's thinking about a cruise and she has some questions that we felt that you might benefit from. Hey Amy.
Hey Trey, thanks for talking to me about this today.
Thank you.
So we've never been on a cruise
Sure.
and are not sure what to expect at all. Can you kind of walk us through what we need to take, what we need to wear, what we need to know about going?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I love cruises. Cruises happens to be probably one of my favorite modes of travel. So cruises can be as fun or they can be as relaxing as you want it to be. It's really your game. And there's lots to do on a cruise. You can just do it all. But answering your question, clothing, it's a cruise. Be relaxed, be casual. The only exception to that is when you're doing dining in the evening time, they do require you to dress up a little. And that's pretty well kind of business casual. And but just be relaxed. You don't go in at night wearing flip-flops or jeans or t-shirts. Save that for the casual dining. But for the main dining room in the evenings, it is business casual. Along the rest of the cruise, you're going to see all sorts of clothing that people are wearing. But again, it's a cruise. Have fun, dress relax. There are a couple of formal nights on a cruise typically that do require you to dress up. Now those will require men to be in a tuxedo or a black tie suit kind of combo and ladies in an evening gown. If you don't have any of that, it can be rented online or on ship rather, or you can just not go to a formal night. It's up to you.
That sounds great. What about my dining options when I'm on a cruise?
Absolutely. One of the best parts about a cruise is eating. And I love to eat on a cruise. I love to try it all. Typically, you have several options. You have the main dining, which is reserved seating, especially in the evening time. The thing I love about the main dining is that you have your assigned wait staff. So every night I have my reserved table, my reserved seating, my reserved time, and I have the same wait staff who gets to know me and my family so they know what we like to drink. They have it waiting for us every evening. If for breakfast, lunch, we want to be casual, whatever, we go to the casual dining options that are usually found around the pool. Those will usually have buffets or whatever, but we do wait on ourselves there. There is no wait staff to help us.
Okay. I do get a little seasick. What should I think about or what should I do for that?
You know, that question gets asked a lot and it really can vary. Typically the bigger ships, you're not going to feel it as much. If you get seasickness, you know, they have little bands, you can take some Dramamine. Some cruise ships even have a shot that you can get from the medical facility on board for a small fee. But if you're just real prone to getting a seasickness, be sure to take those things with you. If you're a little on the border, try without it first. You might be pleasantly surprised about how little you're going to feel that ship move.
That's great. Well, I'm traveling with my kids. Are there special kids clubs that I need to know about?
Absolutely. That's one of the fun things about a cruise is that they do include kids on there. They all have, or most cruise lines rather, will have some kind of kids club for the varying ages. They're all staffed with capable employees who are trained to work with your children. They have been vetted by many background checks. They know CPR. They know first aid. So your kids are going to be well looked after. They have things that are designed for little children as well as middle-aged children as well as high schoolers. So send your kids off to the kids club. You and your spouse have a grand time as together on the ship.
We are celebrating a special occasion while we're traveling. Are there any special things that the cruise line can help with?
Absolutely. First of all, be sure to let your travel advisor know that you are going to be having a special occasion, and they will make sure the cruise line knows that. Cruise lines love to celebrate special occasions, whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, a honeymoon, whatever. They love to celebrate you. And they will cater to you at dinner. They'll celebrate with a song, a dance, maybe a cake, some kind of little special surprise. So be sure to let your travel advisor know.
That's great too. What about internet?
Internet. Well, first of all, who wants to go on a cruise and work? But I get it. Some people need to do that. Internet is available. It is a little spotty at times, and the cruise lines will tell you that it's depending on where they are in the ocean or what port they're at, because they are relying on satellite internet. It also is pretty costly, but don't worry, if you absolutely have to have internet access, You can add that on as an optional package, and they have several plans available for you. So you can either ask your travel advisor to add that on for you, or you can add that on when you get on board.
That's great. So when we stop in a port, what kind of things are there to do?
Absolutely. Anywhere from scuba diving to snorkeling to swimming with dolphins to shopping to food tours, whatever. There are all sorts of short excursions available at ports. And that's one of the beauties about a cruise, that if you want to go to a port and do absolutely nothing but hang out at a beach, if there is a beach there, or if you want to shop, go for it. If you want to do one of the paid cruises, paid excursions, that's available, go for it. Your cruise itinerary will have all the short excursions available for that particular port. So you want to be able to pay attention to what's listed. Now those short excursions do tend to fill up fast, so as soon as you get your cruise booked, you want to go ahead and start planning your short excursions. The popular ones fill up very fast.
Great. What about travel insurance? It sounds like this is something we really want to do, and I want to be able to protect my investment. Do you offer travel insurance?
Absolutely. Every cruise line offers travel insurance, or you can buy from a third party through your travel advisor. Travel insurance is very important. It is optional, but again, I always recommend to my clients that they get travel insurance. And the reason why is most of these ports that you're going to are outside the United States. Most major insurance will not cover you when you're outside the United States. Plus, if something were to happen and you need to be medically flown back at home, it takes care of that. If there's a hurricane coming and the trip has to be canceled or delayed or whatever, it covers you. You miss your cruise altogether, you're covered. Why not spend a little extra to protect that large investment that so many people save up for?
You brought up something I had not thought about before, and you mentioned being out of the country. Do I need a passport?
Well, that can vary. If your cruise is leaving from a United States port and returning back to a United States port, then no. You do need a driver's license and an official copy of your birth certificate, and that's the copy with the raised seal. It cannot be a photocopy. However, as a travel advisor, I highly recommend that you take a passport. And the reason why is, again, if you have to be offloaded at a foreign port for an emergency or some kind of medical reason, whatever, and have to be flown back into the United States, you're not getting back in without a passport. So take a passport with you, make copies of it, leave the passport in your in-room safe, and take the copies with you while you're out at port.
That makes perfect sense. So Trey, what do I need to know about getting on and off the ship?
That's a good question, Amy. Well, first of all, that can be a little bit of nerve-wracking for some people. The process is a little slow and it does require patience, but that's all right. It's for your safety. You've got several thousand folks trying to get onto this cruise ship, so you want to make sure that you pay attention to your cruise documents. On those cruise documents, there will be a designated time for you to get on and to check in and get onto that cruise ship. You don't want to miss that window. Make sure all your documents are ready. Make sure you have your identification ready when you go for check-in. Now, when you get back at the end of your cruise, the process to get off the cruise ship can be just as lengthy. At night, the night before you get back to your home port, you have to put your luggage outside in the hall, and the cruise staff will come and collect it. It will be offloaded during the middle of the night when you get back to port, so U.S. Customs can inspect everything. The next morning, you will have a designated time that you get off the cruise ship. You will go through customs again at that point. So again, be patient. When you're scheduling airfare, if your cruise travel requires you to fly in and out, make sure you are scheduling that air time well beyond the return time of your cruise ship, maybe even the next day if it's a late arrival, because that time from getting back to the port to the time you're going to get off that ship is not what you think. So you want to allow plenty of time.
Thanks, Trey. This is great. You've answered all my questions.
Well, great. I hope you have a fun cruise. And if you need a travel advisor, we at Magnolia Travel Group would love to help you. Because our motto at Magnolia Travel Group is, you'll love where we take you. Thank you.